our MRI project today is going to be focusing on Old Spice Red Zone versus Axe, Zest, and Gillette. Group members include Holland Richards, Ryan Murray, Erik Yee, and Jack Liu. As you can see from this graph, this is the body wash users by usage. You've got light, medium, and heavy, with heavy coming out as the clear majority at 48.4%. This means that 48.4% of all users use Red Zone 30 plus days per month. Now, to start off with, we're going to look at the spreads of the demographics for Red Zone. As you can see, age is the segment with the highest spread at 169, while region and home value have the lowest spread at 20 points each. Now, looking at the individual demographics, we can target the top segments in each. In the age demographic segment, you can see that 18 to 24 has a clear majority, while 65 and over barely has any users at all. Looking at occupation, other employed has a giant spike over the other ones, especially over professional related and management and business types. Looking at our next demographics, you can see race. White is a gigantic spread over the others, with over 3,300 users each, while looking at marital status, you can see that engaged or widowed have hardly any users in comparison to never married or currently married people. Now that we've shown you the demographic spread of Red Zone, we have picked out the top 5 segments, which are age 18 to 24, occupation is natural resources, construction, and maintenance, education is currently attended college, marital status never married, and race Asian. And as you can see on the right-hand column, each one has the highest index per specific segment. Now that we've shown you the demographic spread for Red Zone, we have chosen the 5 segments with the highest index usage, which are for age 18 to 24, occupation being natural resources, construction, and maintenance, education is attended college, marital status is never married, and race is Asian. As you can see on the right-hand column, the index scores are all over 100, which means they are all more likely to use Red Zone than other users would. As you notice here, age, the index is 215, which means their users are 115% more likely to use Red Zone than other people. When comparing Red Zone to Zest, you can see that occupation for Zest is extremely low at only 53 on the index scale, meaning their users are 47% less likely to use body wash, primarily Zest, than other users. Compare this to 162 for Red Zone, and you have a giant gap. Another thing to look at for Axe is their age, their highest index is 256, which means their users are 156% more likely to use Axe than other products. Looking at age for Red Zone, you can see that they are very similar on the scale. Now, looking at Gillette, all of Gillette's usage indexes are over 100, which means that Gillette is the closest competitor with similar usage index than would be to Red Zone. So Gillette is Red Zone's closest competitor in the body wash.
This slide shows the segments with the highest percent down for each individual variable. As you can see, 49.4 Old Spice buyers have had no college education. 37.5 Old Spice buyers, percent of Old Spice buyers are from the South region. 44.3 percent of Old Spice buyers have never been married. 44.1 Old Spice buyers have lived at the current address for over 5 years. And lastly, 78.8% of Old Spice buyers are white. What this chart shows is the percent down numbers for each individual company for the segment education, no college. As you can see, the percent down number for Old Spice is 49.4, For Zest, it's 64.2. For Axe, it's 53.5. For Gillette, it's 43. This next slide shows the percent down comparisons for the segment region South. For Old Spice, it's 37.5. For Zest, 45.8. For Axe, 36. And Gillette, 30.1. And third, this is the percent down numbers for the segment marital status, never married. For Old Spice, this number is 44.3. For Zest, 40.6. For Axe, 52.1. And lastly for Gillette, 37.4. This next slide shows the percent down for the segment current address 5+ years. The numbers are 44.1 for Old Spice, 52.4 for Zest, 41.1 for Axe, and 52.9 for Gillette. And lastly, these are the percent down numbers for the white-only nationality. These numbers are 78.8 for Old Spice, 46.1 for Zest, 69.7 for Axe, and 55.2 for Gillette.
So the demographics we chose to do the mass marketing on would be the census region, which was located in the south, the race, which is going to be the white, and also homeowners. The reason why we chose these is because of the high indexes. We're looking for high indexes as well as a high percent down. Another reason for this is because the purpose of mass marketing is to reach the most people as possible. So once again, we want to reach the widest array of audiences we can. So by doing this, we wanted to hit the census region south. The index was 102, percent down was 37.5. The white race, which had a high index of 105 and a high percent down of 80. Lastly, the homeowners had a index of 91 and percent down of 64.5. So our demographics for our niche marketing, we wanted to hit the household income of less than $20,000 a year, ages 18 to 24. The occupation would be natural resources, construction, and maintenance occupation. And the respondent's marital status would be never married. One of the reasons why the household income would be less than $20,000 and the ages 18 to 24, main reason was possibly that we wanted to hit the college students. So most college students work part-time, or if they do full-time, it's never more than $20,000. That's for the majority. Also 18 to 24, that falls into the range of most college students as well. For the niche marketing, we were looking for a high index and a medium percent down. So the index of 122 for the household income showed that it was 22% more likely than the general population for the users to use Old Spice. As for the 18-24, the index was 215, so it showed that it was 115% more likely than the general population to use Old Spice as well. Just some other demographics was the occupation. The occupation also had a high index of 162 and a median percent down of 18.2, as well as the marital status. Marital status was never married, once again, and the index was a high of 150 and the median percent down of 44.3. So once again, for the niche marketing, we wanted to hit specific segments, and we wanted to hit specific segments, and it would be mainly targeting those college students, once again, ages 18 to 24, with a household income of possibly less than $20,000.
So as Erik explained, for mass marketing, you want to look at the highest market share as well as index. So here I have highlighted the optimal websites for our target market, being gmail.com, facebook.com, iTunes, Disney, and NFL.com. For print, the same goes for print, obviously, the high index and the market share of the hundreds of print options are Parade Carrier, which is a tech magazine, Metro Puck, Sports Illustrated, ESPN, and Maxim. Puck is a gaming magazine, and these are the highest market share and index. For our mass marketing recommendations for television, we have ESPN, the Discovery Channel, History Channel, Comedy Central, and TBS. Our market is 9% more likely than the general public to visit the ESPN channel, 2% less likely to watch the Discovery Channel, and 8% less likely to watch the History Channel, 31% more likely to watch Comedy Central, and 11% more likely to watch TBS. But here we are most concerned with the market share. As you would assume with the word mass, you're trying to get to as many people as possible. So what matters the most is the market share, and these are the highest of all channels available and watched by men. With niche marketing, what you want to look for is the medium-sized market share and the highest index. So these are, out of the hundreds of options, the sites that are most visited by our target market. Niche meaning a more narrowed down target for us than mass. Here we have several sports-related websites, and Monster.com and Fox.com. In the print category for niche marketing, we have very masculine magazines that go right along with our high index, being Muscle and Fitness, Game Informer, Maxim, Guns and Ammo, and Playboy. For our niche marketing in the TV category, we have Fuse, The Great American Country, and Adult Swim, MTV2, and G4. So this group that watches Fuse is 24% more likely than the general population of men to read Fuse. Our demographics show that our target market is a manly man. That concludes our presentation. Thank you for listening.